Let's go back in time for a second to like 2019-ish when I first started vlogging with a friend, and I was absolutely fake as fuck. I was so filtered. I wore so much makeup. I had to look nice, blah, 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 blah. Then I stopped doing it. Fast forward a little bit later, and I started it up again with a completely different intention. And it was all about me starting my healing journey, exploring my identity and who I am and what's causing me to figure all these things out and where I'm going and blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped doing that because that was really low quality. And at that point, I did not care what I looked like. I swung the pendulum all the way to the other side and was like, you know what? I don't care what I look like in any of these videos. I don't care what I'm talking about. I'm going to post them anyway. And then I stopped that. And let's fast forward to now, 2026. I have decided we're going to try this one last time. Third time's the charm is what I've heard. But again, a whole new approach. I am going to start vlogging or video journaling or whatever you want to call it on my adventures. And right now, I am enjoying the beautiful sun in Greece. I'm getting certified to become a yoga instructor because I have so many goals in the fitness world. Not even fitness. Let's take fitness out of it. In the physical activity, the movement, the anything that gets your body going and does great things for your mind, your body, your health, your life expectancy, etc. Okay? I was a dancer. I taught dance. I started working at the gym, started teaching group fitness. How many certifications am I able to get in my lifetime? It's kind of the new game I'm playing. Certified for bungee fitness, certified for aerial hoops, certified for both anti-gravity fitnesses and restorative. I am certified for bar physique. I am certified for bar flow. Did I get certified officially for anything else? I'm not sure. And now we're adding yoga. And when I get back, I'm finishing up my certification for PT. Sorry, the person that I'm training with just came out to ask me a question. So I don't remember what I was talking about. And if you were a loyal fan that watched all of my cringy, really bad quality videos that I used to post, and probably still have some of them accessible on YouTube. Anyway, if you stuck with me through all of that, you're fully aware that I go on tangents. You're fully aware that I don't remember what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it, let alone if I get interrupted by anything. So let me think. Vlogging, that's all I was really talking about. I told all of my friends when I was leaving that I was going to come back more zen, and they don't believe me. And they're probably right because, I mean, realistically, can you imagine me ever being fully zen? Like, yes, I can find my zen. I can find my center. I can do all of the things. I love yoga. I love the spirituality. I love learning about this. But anyone who knows me is fully aware that calm isn't really a word used to describe me. I'm a little bit crazy. I'm very bubbly. I'm upbeat. I'm, all of the things. But here it's so nice to just get to slow down. I remember the times in and out of therapy, I always get told the same thing. Write a gratitude journal. Write what you're grateful for. Write down anything that you feel grateful for, no matter how big, no small, doesn't matter. And I always struggled with this one because I like structure and that's not enough information. What do you mean? What do you mean anything big or small? What? You want me to say I'm grateful for air? Yeah, they do. Because I am grateful for air. The air that fills my body, my lungs, my muscles, the air that helps me move and do all of the things that I want to do, the air that I breathe so that I can live. Of course, I'm grateful for air. So then now I take a second here and I'm like, there's so many things to be grateful for. I'm grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for the fact that the sun rises every day so that we can feel recharged and re energized. I'm grateful for the fact that we have seasons that are always changing. I'm grateful for the fact that you can have experiences in nature, whether that's in the mountains, it's in the forest, it's by the water, it doesn't matter. You know? So I feel like I've learned how to be more in tune with literally every little thing that I can be grateful for. And every time that I take a second to do yoga or to meditate or to anything like this, I get that opportunity to think about what I'm grateful for again. And I used to think it was difficult to think of something, three things different every day. I could never. I would say the same three things all of the time. Basic. Didn't mean them, didn't care, didn't believe it, wasn't true, was just doing what I was supposed to be doing. And now I understand the entire purpose of this is to connect with the fact that we all should be grateful no matter what challenges life throws at us. Yes, life can be messy, it can suck. Okay? It can be downright terrible. Sometimes a person just wants one little glimmer of hope, and all they get is challenge after challenge after challenge. But through perseverance and through the ability to be grateful in moments like that is where we get to find that balance. And I am definitely a firm believer now that like everything is balance, everything in moderation. Of course, I'm not a yogi 24/7. Okay, I teach group fitness too. You go and watch my bungee class and you're going to think I'm taking speed. All right? Like you match whatever experience you're trying to create for yourself, for others, whatever it is that you're trying to create. You just try to match that. You match that with your intention. You match that with themes. You match that with music. You match that with whatever it is that you want to. But you're creating an environment. So, me teaching yoga versus me teaching power barbell versus me teaching dance versus me teaching whatever, you're going to get a different variation of me no matter what, because that's what creates the environment. So obviously I'm not going to talk all namaste and try to convince you that bungee fitness is so fun. Makes no sense. I'm going to pump you up like I am in an 80s workout video telling you this is the best damn thing since Coke was invented. I mean Coca-Cola, not cocaine, by the way. Just want to clarify that quickly. Coca-Cola. Okay? The first time that we came to this spot, we sat here silently for a meditation as we watched the sunrise over top of the mountains in the distance. And it was one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever seen. As the sun rose, the orange brought over literally two peaks of a mountain the sun was rising between. And as it was rising, little rainbows danced along the water, glistening. As it got higher, they got closer. And I just remember seeing that and feeling like the water was so powerful, so strong, but most importantly, it was so free to flow in any way that it wishes. It carried the sun towards me, and I sat there and got emotional because they always tell you when you're working on yourself, when you're working on your mental health, that we need to get grounded. And the best way to do that, go outside, connect with nature. And I remember laughing every time I would Google it and it told me to go outside and just feel the grass, feel the sun, feel the water, wherever you are. And I could never do it. And now that I have connected with it, I don't think I could ever disconnect. I am so appreciative of nature and especially of water. I've always been drawn to the water. watching it, being in it, just everything. It cleanses us, washes away everything internal, external, whatever it is you need to cleanse. And so to sit here again, I just really wanted to remember this exact spot and pay tribute to the fact that this was where I fully connected with nature for the first time, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is that you prefer to think about. I just felt so connected. And even just sitting here now, like I don't understand. I don't know how to understand or explain the feeling that I get just from listening to the water, feeling the wind, seeing the sun. So peaceful, so beautiful, and so free. Always have to do our test. I realized in the last clip that I was holding the microphone maybe a little too close to my mouth, so I apologize for that. We're going to try clipping it today. There's a bird being loud. I've also decided I'm getting ready today. Today is our day off, so I'm going on an adventure, and I just wanted to chat while I get ready. Yeah, let's get into it. So, growing up, I always hated school. School was not the way my brain could learn. I really struggled to sit still, and I still to this day struggle to sit still. Um, I just like did not learn that way. I couldn't read a textbook properly. I couldn't understand it. And I'd get so hard on myself and so frustrated because everyone else is excelling. Like I remember one of my best friends in high school, a freaking genius that boy is. Like he is so stupid smart. Okay. And I remember there was a time where I didn't understand something in math and he was trying to help me and getting frustrated because of the fact that he didn't understand how I couldn't understand. And I was like, I don't understand how you do understand, sir. So I think we are experiencing the same things. Um, but I've just never been good at learning that way. And this trip has really showed me like, I love to learn anything physical, anything health, anything spiritual. So the fact that I'm here to learn yoga, which is physical, health and wellness, spiritual, so many things. Yoga can be pretty much whatever you want it to be. Do you know how many kinds of yoga there are? There is yoga for everyone. Okay? There's yoga for if you are the most flexible person in the world. There's yoga for if you are the coolest calisthenics strength guy in the world. There is yoga if you just want to sit and find your zen and meditate. It doesn't matter. There is yoga for it. It's so good for the mind, body, soul, like everything. And so being here, I'm just like, give me the knowledge. Give it all to me. I want it. And it's just really lit, like learning fire under my ass because I knew I would love it, but I didn't know how much, I guess. I didn't really think about the fact like I came in here and I was like, oh, this is one of the like certificates under my belt that I want to add. But now I've been thinking and I'm like, what if this is my specialty and the other things are just additional certificates that I have to be better at what I love? I don't know yet. I'm just saying there's lots of ideas in my head now. Freaking love yoga. What I'm saying is if you've taken a yoga class and you're like, I don't like yoga, I don't think you actually opened your mind to what yoga is yet. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is if you've tried a class and you didn't like it, first of all, that's only one type of yoga by one instructor. And unfortunately, in this world, there are people who do it for the money, which means their classes aren't going to be as good. That actually is one of my points. I was telling this the other day. I was saying how people are always like, do it you're passionate about, do what you're passionate about, and you're never going to work a day in your life, blah, 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 all these things. And like some people do that, some people don't. But if you're struggling to figure out what you are passionate about, think about What would you do for free? What is not about the money? I would teach yoga to people for free. I would help people in fitness for free just because I want to see them doing better, just because I want to see them find their own love for moving, for health, for something that's bettering themselves up here, in here, all of it. Okay. So, of course, I want to get paid to do that because do what you love and you're never going to work a day in your life. But if you're actually considering passion, I am passionate about teaching people. I am passionate about educating people. So I want to go learn. I want to share my knowledge. I want to get diverse experiences. I want to keep expanding in every way that I possibly can so that I can offer the most well rounded education for people one day of any kind, right? I don't know where I'm going with this. All I know is the train has left and I'm on it and I don't know when it's stopping and I don't see an end in sight because I want to keep growing. I want to keep learning. I want to keep doing all of these things. And so often we see people in so many different jobs selling things they don't even believe in or promoting things that they don't actually care about or teaching people when they don't actually care about that person having like an awakening in a sense, like not a necessarily a spiritual awakening, like it could be even just like, oh my god, like I came to this class and I didn't think I liked this before and now I do, and so I want to go explore it on my own and learn more and blah blah blah. In my humble opinion, now this is just an opinion, right? Everyone to each their own. I'm allowed to have my opinion. You're allowed to be a different opinion from mine. That doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means we disagree on this one topic. Okay? In my opinion, when it is about the money and not about what you're actually doing, it's so unauthentic. Like, you're not being genuine. You're not being you. You're being someone because you make money to do so. And people are allowed to do that. Like, a perfect example, in my opinion, again, would be Eminem. Now, do we all think that Eminem is this mean guy that people make him out to be? Maybe you do, and you're entitled to that opinion. But what is Eminem? Eminem makes so much money as an insult rapper. He made so much money by doing this, right? And people hate on him for it, and he doesn't care because but also then you consider the fact that this is a man who never gave up despite what everyone was telling him. Everyone was telling him, this is not your culture, this is not you, like, you're not allowed here, like, go home, you can't do what we do, blah, blah, blah. And he defied all odds. And a lot of rap is clapping back at people, insulting people, blah, blah, blah. But when you excel at what you're doing, why wouldn't you keep doing it? Like, he was making bank doing what he was doing. Of course he's going to keep doing it. Does that mean he's a mean person? No, that means that he made money being that person, right? Like, he has a non-binary kid, but everyone thinks he's homophobic or anything like that. He, like, you know what I mean? Anyway, not to get all into Eminem and stuff. It was just to help me prove my point that, of course, there are people who make money being someone they're not. Actors, all the time. They can act like whoever they want to be. So, obviously, there's people who can do that, and that's okay. And, like, I could act, so I understand that from a different point. Like, that's not me, but people will resonate that. Like, if a stranger meets you and you're an actor, in your head, whatever you've acted in is how they view you. But that could be completely different. Perfect example again. Rosa Diaz. Freaking love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But if you've ever seen that actress talk in real life, she is so like, yeah, and so beautiful, such a light energy. And then you see her on that show and she's kick-ass, badass in a leather jacket. Okay? People are acting. My issue is when it comes from So a big thing. People have told me, oh, like you could be an influencer. I don't want to be an influencer because influencers influence you to do something, whether they do it or not. Buy this skincare cream. I swear it works wonders. Look at this video of me applying it, and now I look so young. First of all, AI exists. Second of all, people add blemishes and then take them away. There's so many options there. I could not do that personally unless I fully supported whatever I was doing. I would like to be an educator. Hey, these are my curly hair products I've tried. These ones didn't work for me because of this. Did my research, insert here. These ones did because of this. Insert research. That's an educator, in my opinion. That is not an influencer. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm teaching you, hey, like for example, I used curly hair products before that were for more coarse, tight curls. Too heavy for my hair because my hair is not as tight. As you can see, these are not tight little curls. So the product I was using was not meant for my kind of curls. And that's okay. I lived and I learned. Okay. And then I went to someone who had more similar hair, like a hair salon, and they were like, your product's just too heavy. And then it stays, there's residue on it, etc. Like the way that you style your hair, this is just not going to work as well for you. So I switched products and they were right. Now it's so much better. But take that stance as like, I'm educating you on the pros and the cons. I am not selling you something and saying, this is perfect. You will love it. Buy it now. 30% off, even though it's probably not actually. We just raise the actual price so it looks like it's on sale. There are so many marketing schemes. There's so many ploys. And that's okay. I'm just not her. I'm not her. I can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't sit well with me. It's not in my values. It's not in my ethics. I cannot do that. I'm just saying. It's currently 6:30 a.m. on my last day, and everything is feeling so surreal. It's also a full moon on my last day, the day I graduate. I'm gonna miss this peace and this nature that's so accessible. I can't wait to take in every last moment of today because I have felt very whole here. I am missing home, especially now, and I'm excited to be home and share what I've learned, but at the same time, this was the most amazing experience I've done in my life, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who enjoys yoga or enjoys teaching, physical activity, spirituality. You don't even have to teach. Like, you can come to just learn what yoga really is and connect with it in your own way. Anyway, that's all I have to say, so I'm logging off, and I'll see everyone at home.